Am I the arsehole
Yes.
for disinviting...
I'm excited for this one. You're coming into my realm.
We need to introduce it first.
Okay.
Hey Spuds, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, your first video on the channel. I don't know, but welcome either way. My name is Jamie, and today I am joined by the wonderful, the fabulous, the glorious Shaba.
Whenever you do your intros, I cannot hear anything other than the beginning of an auction bid. I just imagine going once, going twice, and sold to the lady in the bogey hat.
What's a bogey hat?
This is why I couldn't do it like you could do
What's
it.
a bogey hat?
I don't know, I was going to say bogey, and I thought that was mean, so I turned into a hat. I'm just imagining a little bogey on someone's head.
Well, Shaba made a video a while back, didn't you, on Shaba's channel, which I will leave a link to down below. The video and the channel, go check it out. On Am I the Arsehole, the subreddit.
Jamie, I do them regularly.
No, but you started
I have like many.
No, but you made one. Is when you made the first one, I was like, I want a piece of that.
Jay was like, you're onto something good here.
So I thought, I want to make a video like that, but I'll do it with Shaba.
It's perfect, right? Because it's a little bit shady. But what I love about it is you're helping. It spreads light and growth.
Are you ready?
I am.
Am I the arsehole
Yes.
for disinviting...
Sorry, carry on. You're not an asshole, Jimmy. Go on, stuck it.
Am I the arsehole for disinviting my siblings from my wedding? 25F, sister 27F, and brother
Do you know what they
28M involved it, yes.
So why are you saying that?
Shorthand.
25 and 27-year-old woman. And how old's
28-year-old man.
28. Okay.
Same as me.
Cool.
We were raised together, and until 2019 we believed we were a nuclear biological family. Then we found out our dad wasn't our bio dad.
Scandalo!
Oh my gosh.
It's totally
Now, that
fine.
must have been difficult though, to like just have your perception of the world changed.
It doesn't actually change anything, but I totally understand how it can feel like a betrayal
You've
of
been
trust
lied
to
to.
not know.
Yeah. When even he didn't know.
Oh, how? Wait, how does that? Oh,
Shoot. Okay, no, that's a big deal.
yeah.
It then turned out my older siblings shared a bio dad, but I had a different one. We were also first cousins because their bio dad and my bio were brothers. I was not expecting this from the title.
This is like some Big Brother
No,
reality
that's so-
TV stuff going on.
That's so difficult.
Whoa.
They better not treat them differently because they're half siblings.
That's a shady mum, though. That's a shady mum for not saying anything.
For not
and
being
betraying the
upfront.
trust of everybody in that family.
Dad left our mum, hurt, betrayed, and overall disgusted that she had lied to him for 2 decades. I was equally mad that she lied and hurt my dad. My siblings were less willing to cut her off, but their relationship strained majorly. Okay,
There's some
this is...
big family therapy needed right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Dad moved in with me and my then boyfriend, now fiance, congratulations. And COVID hit. At this point,
so congratulations.
all 3 of us agreed he was dad no matter what, and there was nothing that could change that.
That's beautiful.
That's really sweet. Oh dear. I meant it. They didn't.
Okay, but we also have to remember 3 sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth. So we're hearing it from one person's account. But
Yeah.
okay, let's carry on.
I'm just getting this straight. So the dad that raised them, who they always believed was their biological dad, isn't any of their biological dads.
No.
But the 3 siblings have 2 separate biological dads, which are 2 separate men.
one another.
Yeah, okay.
But brothers.
They're brothers, but
Which
that
means-
neither of those brothers are the current father.
No.
When I say current father, you know,
The
man
guardian, the man that they've known their dad the whole life.
the dad that raised them.
dad,
The
yeah.
dad. Being a dad is not about biology.
No, it's not. But ding, ding, ding.
They found their bio father and mine by extension and have decided that he is now real dad and that our dad is just a stepdad.
See, you could have both dads, and it's okay to actually.
You can have...
That doesn't sound unhealthy. They have a biological need. They feel a yearning to find out who their biological father is. They find them. You can have both dads present in your life.
No, I understand. I think like I'm feeling the hurt of the dad that raised them, who didn't even know he wasn't the bio dad, and now like he's the dad that's been in their life the whole time.
Is he feeling? Has anything been said that he feels like the kids are his no matter what?
Nothing's said like that.
Okay,
yet.
so that could also play into the dynamic. But let's see. Carry
But
on.
they said they agreed that the non-bio dad was their dad no matter what. So
and that's still fine. But, you know, you can still do that and find a biological dad.
I feel like we potentially disagree, and it's coming from like my personal feelings of like
You're
not
worried
being
about
biologically
being a
related
father
to
that's
my
not.
kids. My brother has even corrected his 2 little girls who call dad grandpa into saying he's step grandpa, and that's what they call him, while bio dad gets called grandpa.
So why can't they both just be called dad?
That's what
that
I
does
don't
feel a
understand.
little bit. That does feel a little bit pernickety and unnecessary. Having said that, if that's what they feel they need to do, that's not necessarily hurt aimed towards the dad. We need to give these people names. You know, the dad. It could be that's just their way of dealing with what their mum's done, because they need to categorise it. And that's okay. It's all right.
It broke my dad's heart, and he decided it was too much for him to accept. This is after talks between them where he was essentially told to know his place, stay in his lane, and demoted with the clear message being nothing would change. I'm so pissed at them. They've tried to push me to meet my real dad and have told me it's okay to go back on what we said. Initially, they were invited to my wedding, but with this whole mess, I told them they were no longer welcome and I did not want them to show up.
This is a lot.
They told me that just because they have a relationship with their real dad doesn't change things between us. I told them it does. That if dad isn't our real dad after everything he's done for us, then we're not real siblings because technically we are half siblings and cousins. Oh, I don't think they're actually saying that's what they believe. They're trying to say, like, principle of the matter is if biology is suddenly so important.
I feel like we're going to disagree here.
Maybe.
I think OP is the arsehole. So far, they're sounding like the arsehole.
That my dad is still my dad 100% and biology is meaningless to me, and so it was best for them not to come because I no longer want them there. What I said hurt them. My sister-in-law, married to my brother, told me I was an arsehole for throwing half in their faces.
Sorry, who? Sister-in-law?
Sister-in-law, so married to the brother.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Told me I was an arsehole for throwing half in their faces, half siblings, and cutting them from my wedding like we haven't been siblings our whole lives. I think that's almost more annoying to me because that's our dad, but he can be shit on and discarded like he's nothing. Am I the arsehole?
What do you think, babe?
I'm thinking. I'm still thinking.
This is going to be a long edit.
I feel like it could be a more nuanced situation, and it really depends on those specific conversations, because sometimes it's not just like top level, this is what went down, so this is my reaction. But sometimes there are things that are said that just cut so deep that would lead to a you're not invited anymore. But I think because on the information we've got,
have to base it
the
on what's been
top
given.
level, I wouldn't call them an arsehole. I think their siblings are not being like the most open about the whole situation, and they seem to like be putting biology before anything else, which seems like if that's what they want to do, it's just not an ethos I personally agree with. I wouldn't have disinvited the siblings. I wouldn't say they're an arsehole for doing it, but I wouldn't have done it.
You're trying to be too nice. Yes, OP, you are the arsehole. I'm sorry, but they are the arsehole. You can't disinvite your siblings for feeling a certain kind of way about their family setup. Do you know what that sounds like to me? To summarise, they've gone, you know what? I want my biological dad in my life and for my kids' lives. Mm-hmm. So I've got biological dad, now you are stepdad, because this is the reality of the situation, right? It doesn't sound like they're treating him very nicely with the whole stay in your lane thing, though this also could be ramped up by OP, who clearly has a huge affinity and need to, like, loyally defend dad. So I get that, but at the same time, and the arseholey move that they're doing is saying, well, it's difficult because we don't know, but the arseholey thing that seems that they're doing is almost pushing OP to do the same, right? To be like, hey, go meet your biological dad. That's a real arseholey thing to do. Because if they don't want to do that, they don't want to do that. Yeah. But the bottom line is, you cannot make people do something they don't want to do. But then
equally,
and it works both ways.
If the siblings want to do that, they can do that.
Exactly.
The only thing that
you can't disinvite them from the wedding just because they want to have a biological tie in their lives. Biology doesn't mean much to me, and it shouldn't mean a lot to a lot of people. However, this new biological dad seems to want to be in their lives because they're talking about, you know, like integrating. It's not like they've been an absolute arsehole. There could be a whole load of history there, and if somebody wants to explore both of those, not necessarily because, like, yes, sure, the reason may have been because of biology, but they're still clearly keeping them in their lives because it's a good influence for them and their kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's what they want to have. That's a really complicated scenario. I think I do think you're an arsehole for not inviting them to the wedding.
I think I don't get the nitpickiness between, like, dad and stepdad, and I don't
get it either. So I don't think it's just like, oh, we're absolutely doing it for biology. I think it's just a difference in perspective and how much this new connection matters.
But
But
then
just like
I-
you can't be forced, you can't force other people to think the way that you
But then
think
I
either.
do think it must be really difficult as the dad and grandpa figure who's been in the kids' lives and the grandkids' lives from when they were like born, or at least really, really tiny, that because they all thought, well, no, born, because the guy thought he was biologically the father.
Yeah.
To then suddenly be told by the children that you raised, stay in your lane. You are now stepdad, you are step-grandparent to
I
my
understand it's a tricky
kids.
situation, but you know
It's
who the
so
real
sad.
asshole here is?
The mum.
The mum.
Well, there was actually a determination on this one
Oh.
that I can't remember. I covered it ages ago and I have no idea what it was. Do you want to know what it was?
Yeah.
How do I find
What
it?
did the forum say?
Not the arsehole was the vote on this one.
I feel like what I've said is quite personally, like I can see that what I'm saying is controversial, but I'm going to be honest. I'm saying objectively, I do think that it's just you're going a bit too hard in. You need to invite who you want to invite, but if you're inviting someone because they want their biological dad in their lives, that's their choice. They're not calling you half siblings, and if you want to then put that on your relationship because of this technical definition that they may be doing for a whole host of reasons to make it easier for the kids to understand, particularly if there's kids in the family, you know, that they now have two grandpas. Okay. I'm sorry. Let us know if you agree down below. I'm interested.
I was like,
Not the arsehole, but I
wouldn't say
do
you're
what
an
you did.
arsehole, but I wouldn't do it. But I can appreciate why you're feeling upset in this situation.
Yeah.
For me, the reaction was a lot, but if that's what they felt was justified to them for their upset,
Exactly.
then
Then that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I
But
don't
it
think
doesn't
I
feel
would go so far
objectively
to call them an
justifiable.
arsehole.
But that's not what the point of this is. It's not going, you're an arsehole.
But
It's saying,
sometimes
on
it's
the
not black
thing,
and white.
Are you the arsehole? Are you the one in
Oh,
the
then
wrong?
no,
That's like the whole
then
point.
I don't think they are the arsehole.
Who do you agree with? Let us know. Totally fine. Totally fine. I promise you, I don't mind either way. I'm just sharing my honest opinion.
Am I the arsehole for asking my sister to consume less menstrual products, or I won't buy any for her anymore? How?
Sir,
I mean,
carry on.
it depends on how it's going to go, but I've
Let's
already
read
said
the
yes,
story.
because like...
But you
what?
really sound like a bit of an asshole.
21-year-old man had his 19-year-old sister move in with him 10 months ago because she wanted more freedom from our parents.
Okay.
She's in college, and while our parents are paying for her studies, I have to pay for everything else. That's quite a lot of responsibility for a sibling to
You're
take
sounding quite resentful, but okay.
Since she moved with me, I handle food, bills, and every other minor expense. She's still looking for a job. It was no problem at first. I agreed to her moving with me, and I was aware of what would come with it, okay? I think I never made her feel like an expense or a burden.
That sounds very self-reflective.
Okay.
To say I think, so okay.
Lately, though, I've been struggling to fit everything in my paycheck. We had to cut on superficial things, and I even asked my parents to give me some extra money for sis. Otherwise, I won't be able to provide for both of us much longer, and she'll have to go back home.
Can I just ask as well, why have parents not come in and been like, oh, you're living there, here is some money to help you look after sister? I get it, you're paying for their education, but you'd be doing that and paying for sister's living anyway if she were
was still
living with
living
you.
there.
So if there's a reason that she wants more freedom, you should be supporting your son
Yeah.
to help with that.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the parents in these
That
situations?
seems problematic.
What?
It's just putting a lot on his shoulders.
Oh, what I said was
No.
problematic.
No, the
situation.
parents.
Yeah.
Just...
Honestly, in most of these Am I the Arsehole posts, the parents are always at fault.
Really?
Even though they're not the ones that are like the main targets. So it's always like, actually, the real arsehole here
The root
is
of
this
it
parent.
is more than what is in the discussion. Here's the problem. She consumes way too much menstrual products to the point where it's just a waste and not a necessity. She likes to be clean, and I totally get that, but she uses up to 3 tampon boxes per month. She told me she has to change tampon every hour, which even I know is excessive. I asked mum for help, and she told me they've been fighting over it ever since sis got her period, because no matter how strong her flow is, she really does waste much more than necessary. Since mum told me so, I decided to ask her to consume less menstrual products. She got angry, raised her voice, and told me she absolutely can't cut on that. She needs every bit of what she uses, and I'm just a man, so I can't understand. I raised my voice too and told her that either stop wasting so much or I'll stop buying her any menstrual products and she'll have to buy her own.
And now you're the arsehole.
She got really upset, called me all kinds of things, and locked herself in her room. I let it go and decided to talk it through with her when she calmed down. In the meantime, I went out with my friend and told them what happened. To my surprise, the girl said my sister is right, and not me nor our mum can possibly know how much product she needs. I thought about it, and maybe they're right. Am I being too harsh on her? Am I the arsehole? Situations are so nuanced, so it's like, yes, I think you are being an arsehole for telling her to stop using products that she needs. And if she wants to change them frequently and feels a need to do that, then that's her prerogative. But at the same time, you are paying for her entire living. Your parents aren't helping. She's not helping. It's a difficult situation, but I just think why menstrual products specifically to cut? Why go in on the menstrual products?
Yeah.
Like, so I do think he's the arsehole, but he's an arsehole in a difficult situation, but should not be targeting the menstrual products that his sister needs.
I feel sorry for you, but you're still the arsehole. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying. You're in a difficult position, but there's no need for you to be an arsehole.
Yes.
And you're still the arsehole.
Yeah, but
That's what
like,
you're saying.
why go after the tampons?
Why the tampons?
Why the tampons?
Just leave the tampons alone. Not the tampons. Not the gumdrop tampons.
Not the gumdrop
Terrible
buttons.
idea. I
Oh
agree
my
for the most
god,
part.
what's going on with people? Why are you just like, what? I don't understand why the sister was just like, oh, I want freedom, bye parents. And the parents are like,
Don't get so hung
here
up on
son,
that. That's not the point. The point is...
have all responsibility of your younger sister who's only 2 years younger than you. You have to pay for everything.
Jamie's like, I know you're talking to me about this problem, but tell me about your childhood. You're like, I need to know everything. Why is this a problem? That thing that happened 3 years ago, what's up with that?
So what's your...
I think I agree with you. Okay, hang on.
Oh.
1 second. Sister using so many tampons, whether it is right objectively or wrong objectively for her to
Like,
use that
necessary,
many. You know, like,
yeah.
1 an hour absolutely does sound excessive. Having said that, some people have incredibly heavy flows, and they might need that. Nobody but that person is going to understand.
Exactly
and
what they
even if
need.
it's not objectively needed, if that's what you need, that's what you need. Who can tell you what to do with your body? That's just ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? That was wrong for the mum to say. That was certainly wrong for the brother to think that he had any kind of input. And you're right, wood from the trees here. How much is a box of tampons? Maybe I'm sounding super privileged. And I don't use tampons, I use pads, which I think are more expensive. Oh, but they were the last time I looked at Tesco's. I've bought tampons for people and I've bought pads for myself. And it's like, what, £10 a month? If you really think, like, for 2 packs. There's always some kind of offer on. 2 buy 2, get 1 free. So if you're needing 3, it costs me about 10 quid. Which in the grand scheme of things, find something else to cut. Don't get rid of necessity products for somebody who's telling you it's a necessity. On that basic line, you are the arsehole. Having said that, there are some other things that maybe you would want to consider. Perhaps I would say to the sister, hey, here's a big outgoing. You don't know the other finances. It may be that they really have cut on so many other things that this is like a super big, like one of the biggest outgoings. Maybe a better approach. What if we explored some alternatives? How about some more also eco-friendly, reusable
like
products?
moon cups,
You know, pants,
yeah.
that sort of thing, that could make it easier and cheaper and more effective and also better for the environment in the long run. There's always something else that could be gotten rid of that's not a full necessity.
Sometimes.
Yes,
Not
sometimes.
always.
No, sorry, I apologise.
Yeah.
You're so right,
But
not always.
menstrual products are a
It's
legitimate
legit necessity, yeah.
But I just don't understand the whole situation.
Because of the whole moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reality is the son shouldn't even be in a position to be having to think about that.
Well,
What do
this
people
one
say?
was determined
So what
to...
have we determined? We've determined yes, you're the arsehole.
Yeah, and so did other
This
people.
is exciting. We don't get many arseholes. I don't tend to see many arseholes.
Yeah, people determined he was the arsehole. A lot of people, though, are saying she should be getting a job and paying for her own. But he does say in it she's trying to get a job. And I think we too often go to, get a job then, fix it, get a job.
But are
it
you
sounds
telling
like
her
she's
to
trying
get a job for everything else? No, it's just about these menstrual products. So fuck off and just pay for her tampons. Like, it's as simple as that. You wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't for the tampon issue. So no, I'm sorry, it doesn't fly with me.
I love how brutal you are.
You need to be honest, because otherwise some people, they're just not going to get it. That's why. That's what, because I don't know you. You're asking for objective advice. I'm giving you objective advice. You're the asshole. Fix
Fair.
it.
And that's all we're going to react to today and give advice over and discuss. And people don't have to take advice, agree, listen to it, whatever. We can all disagree and still get on. We disagreed. It's okay.
Did. I think on the first one we disagreed though. We both still agreed that that's not something that we would do. You just didn't want to call her an arsehole for it.
I don't think she is an arsehole for it. I can understand where her hurt is coming from.
I also understand where her hurt is coming from.
And I
just still think she was an arsehole.
Everybody going on this subreddit asking, am I the arsehole? They're clearly
You're not
starting
that much
to
of an
think,
arsehole because you're trying.
They're starting to think like, oh, hold on, this situation has gone in a way I didn't think it would, given my response.
Let me try and understand.
The other
where
person's
I've
perspective.
supposedly gone wrong.
Yeah.
Which I think is such a valuable thing to do. So.
And I do think often in...
That's why I love this subreddit. It doesn't feel shady. It feels helpful.
As always, it's been so wonderful to have Shaba on the channel.
Really? You enjoyed
Definitely,
it?
yes.
I wasn't too dominating.
No, I love it. Definitely go check out Shaba's versions of Am I the Arsehole? Go have a look. I have left a link
Very different to Jamie's
Shaba's
videos.
channel in the description box.
But you don't need to do that. That's totally optional. What you absolutely should do is like this video and subscribe to Jamie because he's amazing. Or risk being the arsehole. I'm kidding.
Stop it. As always, on that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye. Bye, Shaba.
Much love. Bye. potatoes.
Goodbye.
Jamie, I got a beard.